Chelsea are 2-0 down at the moment. They are also winless in all 6 of their matches in all competitions. Cool. Wow. But Los Blancos have only beaten Chelsea once at Stamford Bridge in their history. Now, ahead of the game tonight, Chelsea caretaker boss Frank Lampard, he was asked if Chelsea are currently broken.
We're not where we want to be. I think the word broken is a bit much, but we're not where we want to be. And that's clear. League position is a reality in the Premier League. We're 2-0 down in this game. So I think those things are just reality. We have to work against that and show in every way we can because we're in that moment. I don't think anything tomorrow will be better than winning the Champions League, from my opinion, because we had many moments on that run of difficulties against Barcelona in that game and Napoli and all this. It was a huge run where there were a lot of big achievements. But I understand your point. I think for us, considering the result now, considering the team we're up against, because in our moment that we're in, we have to fight really hard to make it happen. So, of course, that would be special.
OK, how do they make it happen? Let's get a bit more on this and chat to the Times chief correspondent, Martin Samuel. Good morning,
Martin. Good morning, Martin. How are you, mate?
Good morning, Ali. Good morning, Laura.
Good morning.
Well, just looking at it, Martin, I mean, I've got a league table in front of me. Chelsea sitting 11th, which is shocking in itself. Goal difference of -3, which is, I mean, we're obviously talking about them not having an out-and-out centre forward, but a goal difference of -3. Frank was asked there, you know, were they broken? I'll tell you what, though, they might not be broken, but I don't think anybody saw this coming, did we?
Well, I was there on Saturday. I was at the match against Brighton. They're a far inferior team to Brighton.
Yeah.
So I don't see how they're going to get past Real Madrid, because Real Madrid are probably a better team than Brighton. And Chelsea were way behind Brighton at the weekend. It just looked. My wife's a Chelsea fan. I turned to her about 10 minutes into the second half. I said, "You do know you're going to lose this match." I said, "You might as well make your peace with it now, because you know Brighton are winning this. There's only one team that are going to win this." And that's how it panned out. And it took a very, very good goal in the end, but. Yeah. You know, even the goal that Chelsea scored to go 1-0, it's a massive deflection. They're just not a very good team. It's as simple as that. Not a good team.
Martin, is there the reason for that? Because you look at the squad, right? And if you take the players, I know it's all about being the team, but if you look at the squad individually, they are massively underachieving.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I've said all season. If you look at what happened to Arsenal this year, and I know that it's going south a little bit right at the wrong time now, but if you look at Arsenal this season and the improvement they made, any of these elite teams, Chelsea, Liverpool, we saw last night 6-1, they're only a good coaching strategy, they've got players. They've all got players. They've all got good players. They've all got good technical players. So anyone could be Arsenal next season. I've always thought that. But the appointment of the new manager is absolutely huge. And I don't know why they, considering that some of their candidates were available, I don't know why it's taking so long, because I feel for Frank. He's come into a team with absolutely no confidence, and he's trying to turn that around, and it's hard. You just looked at that team on Saturday and thought, there's no one here. I mean, Modric, tried to take the game to Brighton, but his final ball wasn't good enough. But it hasn't really got anyone in the middle to cross it to anyway. Even if he did, if he does get it in the right area, who's going to put it in the net? It's not a well set up team.
They've got to do it as well without Ben Chilwell tonight, picking up a red card in that last game. Speaking of crosses. What else? Do you think they'll stick with the back three? Is there anything else that he can do? Is that team crying out for something different, or is it just that, like you say, it's just a team that's so low on confidence?
It's crying out for someone to lock Vinicius Jr. in his hotel room. I would have thought that, I mean, Reece James came on as a sub at the weekend, and I thought still looked as if he was suffering the after effects of the chasing that he got the other night in Madrid. I mean, that's the big problem for them tonight. Those two wide players I thought were absolutely sensational. And in Carlo Ancelotti, they've got a coach who is bold enough to deploy them wide as well, played them high and wide, was obviously not that concerned about the threat that Chelsea were going to present to him, because he played them high, he played them wide. They pressed very high, which Real Madrid don't always do, and they just got the beating of them. Yeah, I'd love to come up with some wonderful solution of how Chelsea win this game, but I haven't got one. I'm not sure Frank has either.
No, it's difficult to put a case up. Martin, I want to ask you, because I think we're probably in agreement. I think the other game tonight might have all the hallmarks of a potential a great game. Obviously Napoli versus AC Milan, when Milan 1-0 up from the first game. It looks as though Victor Osimhen will return for Napoli. I don't know if you've seen much of him, mate, but you talk about Chelsea needing a centre forward. This fella looks a real deal to me.
Yeah, he's a smashing player, and I mean that's a good. I mean, I was very surprised by the result. I know Napoli had significant injuries, but I was surprised by that. Napoli look as good as any Italian team I've seen for 20 odd years to me, and I really did think of them as the first Italian winners of this, potentially the first Italian winners of this in 20 odd years as well. And so for them to get beat by AC Milan in the first leg was a surprise, but they can most certainly overturn that. They're a better team than AC Milan.
Talk Sport Breakfast with Laura Woods, Monday to Wednesday morning 6 till 10 on AM, on DAB, via the Talk Sport app and on your smart speaker. Talk Sport.